YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Reggie with the light. I'm here to give you inspiration, motivation, encouragement, empowerment, and provide you with a little bit of light. But welcome to another episode of Narrowminded. It's your boy Reggie with the light. And today's episode, we're going to be talking about getting your breakthrough. Okay, so I know it's a lot of people out there in the world that been trying to do the right thing, trying to get their life together, trying to go after their dreams, trying to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, trying to, get over heartache, pain, circumstances that, negative circumstances, and, just in general, just trying to survive, trying to, have a better life for yourself. I know it's a lot of people out there that's trying to be their best self, and they're, doing the right things. They're, chasing after their dreams. They're going to therapy. They're dealing with their issues. They're dealing with their problems. They're, trying to deal with their demons, trying to get on the right track, trying to, remove negative things from their life, negative people from their life, negative situations, trying to, take the right road, and just trying to be the best version of themselves, trying to find their happiness, trying to, have heaven on earth, trying to enjoy life. I know there's people out there that just tired of being tired of not getting the things that they want, not tired of seeing other people be happy, tired of seeing, other people move forward with their life and accomplish their dreams and accomplish their goals, and and living their life, and it seems like you're stuck in the mud. It seems like you're in quicksand. It seems like no matter what you do, you cannot get out of this rut. It seems like the universe is just against you, and God just does not like you, and life is just smacking you around, and you don't know which way is up. You don't know how to get things back on track. You don't know how to get the ball rolling. You have tried everything. You have tried going to church. You have tried, getting a mentor. You've tried different religions. You've tried therapy. You've, pretty much doing everything you possibly can to, get your life together and have that breakthrough, but it just hasn't came yet, and so today we're going to talk about that, getting that breakthrough, and needing that breakthrough, right? We all need that breakthrough. We are all waiting on that one day where life will be better, where life will be how we imagine it in our dreams, and when we daydream of how good life would be if this would happen, and if that would happen, and if we had this, and we all think about that. That's what we think about all day, and so that's what this show is going to be about, getting that breakthrough. You know what I'm saying? And I have wrote down some ways to help us get to that breakthrough, help us reach that breakthrough, help us, leave this life that we no longer desire, this life that makes us depressed, this life that brings us down, this life that just is blah. This ain't the life that I want. I want that life. I want to be like, I want to be happy. You know what I'm saying? So, I wrote down some ways that we can get to that breakthrough. And one of the ways that we can get to that breakthrough is release the shame, release the guilt, release the anxiety, release the fear. You know, a lot of us walk around with shame, guilt, and anxiety from, post-traumatic stress disorder, and from failures, and from rejections, and from, and from voices in our head saying that we're not good enough, that we made too many mistakes, that, it's just not meant for us to be happy. That anxiety that's in your head that, oh man, well, I'm too old to improve my life. My life is just going to go downhill from now, and I don't care anymore. I'm giving up. That negative self-talk. That shame. That shame that you're not where you want to be at, or that you're not where society say you should be. That guilt of, all of the years of you not, putting your best foot forward. And I'm only telling y'all these things because these are the things that I have experienced myself, or that I am experiencing at this current moment. So, and so you have to release that shame. You have to release that fear. You have to release that anxiety, of your past transgressions and your past failures and your past rejections. You have to release that, because at the end of the day, if you hold on to that, that's going to become your life, because you're holding on to rejection. You're holding on to fear. You're holding on to anxiety. You're holding on to failures. If you release it and say, that's not me, that's not my story. Yes, that happened to me, but I learned from those situations. I learned from those mistakes. I learned from that failure in my relationship. I learned from that failure, that rejection. I learned from, the things that I learned that if I don't put my best foot forward, I'm only gonna get out what I put in. And that's in any situation in your life. That's in your career, that's in your love life, that's in, your self-development. You're only gonna get out what you put in. So, you have to release that, because you can't hold on to it. Because if you hold on to it, that's gonna be your life. If you release it, you let it go, now you open your life up for something better. You open your life up for something better. And that better is what you daydream about. When you daydream how good your life would be if this was the case, if that was the case. So you got to release that shame, that fear, that guilt, that failure. You know what I'm saying? And one of the books that I read that was a good book that you might need to read if you haven't read it yet is this Malcolm X book right here. This is a good book. First of all, it's a good book because this is a great person to learn from. This is a great person to, read about. This is a leader, and someone who changed their life. Someone who changed their life from being, a criminal, a thug, selling drugs, running numbers, having prostitutes, just dropped out of school in the 8th grade. This is Malcolm X. Ended up becoming a criminal and being and going to prison for a long period of time. And this was his past. This was his failure. These was his past failures. Pimping out women, selling drugs, doing crimes, burglary, breaking and entering, involved in the criminal life. This person right here, Malcolm X, one of the world's heroes. You know what I'm saying? So those was his past transgressions. Those was his past. You understand the shame and the guilt that this man, he dropped out of school in the 8th grade. He was in prison. He didn't even know how to write letters back to his family to express himself. He didn't even know how to write. He didn't even know how to read. You understand what I'm saying? And this man was in prison. I believe at a young age, so I think like his early 20s. I can't remember from the book, but I believe in his early 20s. You understand what I'm saying? And from being in prison, he found a way to release those those past that guilt from his that guilt and that shame and that fear from his past. See, that fear and that shame and that guilt tells you can't be anybody. Look what you did in the past. Look what you did in the past. How you gonna be a leader? How you gonna help people? How you gonna do what you say you want to do? And look what type of person you was in the past. See, that's that fear, that's that shame and that guilt that will, if you hold on to it, it will never allow you to become the person that you want to be. See, those things that you did in the past was nothing but learning lessons, okay? It was in the past. You got to live in the present, in the moment. Right now, with every breath you're taking is a new second. I can't even duplicate what I just did the last second that just passed. Neither can you. So it don't even matter because it really didn't even happen. You understand what I'm saying? It's just like a dream. It never even happened. Only thing that really matters is here and now, in the moment, in the present. So you gotta let go that past of that shame and that guilt and that fear that you can't do something because of your past. Okay, let that go. This man right here, Malcolm X, became a leader who changed the lives of millions of people that had the same past as he did. Drugs, sex, alcohol, prostitution, criminal activity, burglary, robbing, stealing. And he changed their lives to become productive members of societies, good fathers, good mothers, good community leaders. That's what this man did. Another thing is decide to be happy despite your circumstances. Okay? Yes, right now it's not you're not where you want to be in life. Yes, it's hard. You don't have the job that you want. You're not in the career field that you want to be in. Corona is kicking your ass. You want to go outside. You want to enjoy life. You want to travel. You want to, go see your family. You want to get back to normal life. You know what I'm saying? You're not making the money that you want to make. You hate the job that you have. You wish you would have went to school. You wish you would have did this, and you messed up a relationship that you shouldn't have messed up. You did something that you shouldn't have did, right? You're not making the money that you want to make. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to choose to be happy regardless of your circumstances. You know what I'm saying? And how in a way that you can do that is through faith. Through faith, okay? You don't have to be religious to have faith. You can be spiritual and still have faith. Because if you are spiritual, you know that things can always change. That's the beauty of life. Things can always change. So you got to have faith. And you got to say, well, I don't care what is going on in my life. I'm not going to wake up today and dwell on it all day. I'm not going to sit here and cry over spilt milk. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be happy regardless. Because when you are happy, guess what happens? When you choose to be happy regardless, all of that stress, all of that guilt, all of that shame, it just goes away. It just flows away because you're saying, I'm gonna be happy today regardless. I'm gonna find something to be happy about. I'm gonna have gratitude. I'm gonna have gratitude because it's always somebody that's in a worse situation than what you're in. So decide to be happy regardless of your circumstances. and have faith that it's going to get better. That's the only way that you're going to be able to be happy, is to have that faith and have that vision of things getting better. And you got to hold that vision strong. You got to say your affirmations every day, 3 times a day, 4 times a day, 5 times a day, however many times a day you need to say your affirmations to affirm and to put that in your mind, because your mind is a muscle, and your mind is just like a muscle, and your muscle has muscle memory. So when you're telling yourself, I am a king, I am a boss, I am a leader, I am intelligent, I am smart, every single day, eventually it's going to program in your mind. And you're going to be exactly what you say you are. Okay? So you got to have that faith, and you got to put in that work, and decide to be happy regardless of your circumstances. Okay? What else? Number 3, win the game of life. At this point, we got to understand that life is just really a game, okay? Just like football, right? Football, the concept of football is to score more points than the opposing team. So if I'm playing against the opposing team, I want to score more points to them, and I want to stop them from scoring, right? So in order to score, you have to get the football across a white line, which is called the end zone, okay? Which is a touchdown. That's where you recoup the rewards from your hard work. And your hard work is driving down the field. The field is 100 yards, but you might get the ball on the 80-yard line. So you got to drive 80 yards in order to get the ball into the end zone and score a touchdown to get your reward. That's the same thing with life. Just like football, in order for you to drive down that field, you have to put together a plan. You have to put together a plan. You got to put together plays. And then when you put together the play, you got to execute the play. That's the same thing with life, okay? You have to put together steps. You got to put together goals. You got to put together objectives. You got to put together a end goal. Where do you want to be in life, right? You got to put that together. Whatever your victory is, whatever you want your reward to be, you have to put together, steps and goals, an action plan in order to reach that touchdown, in order to reach that destination, in order to reach that end zone. Okay, so it's just like football. You put together plays, you execute the plays, and you get the rewards. Same thing with life. You put together goals, you put together an action plan of the end zone when you daydream and you like, this is the life I want. This will make me happy if I had that life. It's a way to get that life. You just got to put together the action plan, and you got to execute, right? And in order to do that, you got to put together a plan. I'm not the biggest planner in the world. I'm slowly learning how to put together plans and things like that. But, I know that I need to do it. I know that I need to get organized. I know that I need to, I know that I need to do these things. You know what I'm saying? So, I think about it, I write it down, and I think about, what am I gonna have to do to reach this goal where I want to go, and I think about what I'm gonna have to do, and then I put together a action plan to reach that end zone, or that target that I want to reach, right? So win the game of life. Build and number four, build momentum. Okay, you have to build momentum. All right. So right now, your life is not where you want it to be. Things are not going how you want it to go. You're not in the place where you want to be. Okay, we know that, right? So, like I said, after you put together an action plan, then you have to build momentum. So in order to build momentum, you have to actually be consistent in your action plan. Be consistent in doing the things that you know you need to do in order to get to that happy life that you imagine, that you envision. You know, you have to be consistent in your actions. You got to be consistent in your decision making. You got to be consistent in your discipline. You got to be consistent in, you know, staying away from distractions. You got to be consistent, but you got to put one foot in front of the other first, and that's how you build momentum. You know, just like a snowball, you know, that you start at the top of the hill and you rolling it down the hill and it's gaining more snow. Every day that you be more consistent, every day that you do what you said you're gonna do, every day that you go do something towards reaching that end zone, reaching that target, reaching, you know, getting that reward, you know, because you put in the work, you know, you're going to gain momentum. And not only are you going to gain momentum, it's going to make you feel better about yourself, right? It's going to make you feel better about yourself because you are doing what you know you need to do. And that's going to send a signal to your mind that you're actually being productive. You're actually getting your life going in the right direction. So now you and your higher self are on the same page, right? Because that voice in your head is telling you you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to get this in order, you need to get that in order. You're starting to do that, right? So now you're feeling better about yourself. Now you have more positivity. Now you have more positive energy. Now you're gaining momentum. And when you have more positive energy, positivity come to you. Now doors just start to open because you have a positive mind. You're thinking positive. You're thinking more positive than you were when you first started, right? Because you're getting closer and closer. So things just start to open up for you, right? Because you're being positive and, you know, so whenever you attract whatever you give out, so you're giving out positivity, you're raising your vibrations, you're raising your frequency. Now positivity is coming back to you. The universe is sending positivity back to you. Now you're even boosted up even more, and you just continue to gain momentum until one day you look up and voila, that life that you was dreaming about, that you was daydreaming about, you're living in it, right? You're actually living in it. So yeah, gain momentum. Number 5, stay inspired, right? To get your breakthrough, you have to stay inspired. You know, imagine, you know, you know how like back in the day when you was coming up and you ain't even got none yet and you know, you trying to get some, you know, you a teenager, you know what I'm saying, your homeboys talk about they done got them a little piece of something, you know, you like, oh man. So you got your little girl, right? And y'all been talking for a while, but both of y'all virgins, but y'all been talking for a while. Y'all really done started to really like each other. Y'all really done start to build trust. Y'all really done start to, you know, have feelings and affection for each other. And y'all really are starting to desire each other, right? So, you know, you warming up the pot, but it's taking too long. You like, man, come on, man. Like, you know, we on the phone 7 days a week. You know, we flirting. You know what I'm saying? We talking about, you know, the nasty. We pretty much, you know, teasing each other and you know, so, you know, you tired of it, you know what I'm saying? Every time you get off the phone with her, you got the blue balls, your stomach hurting, you feel like you got to take a dump and you don't get no relief. And it's every day you talking to her and it's like, you know what I'm saying? So you say, forget it. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it no more. And you decide to just move on and go to something else. So as soon as you do that, she meet somebody else and you done warmed it up so much. now only thing he got to do is just, you know, just be there. Just be there, because now she mad at you because you done left and you done warmed it up, and now he done came in and she just mad at you, so she just gonna go ahead and, you know, now look, now I don't know, that might not be a good analogy, but I'm just saying, y'all get my drift. Y'all get what I'm saying. You know, stay inspired. You know, you don't don't go and do all the hard work, and you know, you in the gold mine and you digging, and you got this much wall left to dig until you get to that gold, until you get to those diamonds, until you get to that oil that's gonna make you that's gonna make you a billionaire, or make you successful, or that's gonna allow you to live out your dreams, or allow you to be in that happy place that you think about when you're daydreaming. Because you know, at this moment you're not happy, so you know you're not happy. So when you know you're not happy, that means the circumstances that you're in are not making you happy. So you know that whatever you're doing right now, whatever space you're in right now, is not where you want to be. So you have a vision of your happiness. You know where you want to be. So, you know, if you start working on that, and it's not coming fast enough, and then you give up on it, you know, you never gonna reach that goal. You're never gonna reach that gold. You're never gonna reach that oil. You're never gonna reach those diamonds. You're never gonna live out your purpose. You're never going to live up to your full potential. You're never going to find what you were looking for because you gave up. And you know, the saying is, quitters never win and winners never quit. So you never quit. Always stay inspired. Do what you need to do to stay inspired. Okay? Listen to motivational speakers. Listen to people who inspire you. Hang around people that inspire you. Hang around people that demand better from you than what you demand from yourself. Okay? So, you know, that breakthrough is coming. It's coming. You know, don't give up. Stay in there. Stay strong. You know, nothing worth having is easy. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's throughout life. You know, you don't want, you know, say your significant other, your wife, or your husband, for my ladies. You don't want your wife to be easy. You don't want your wife to be easy, because then if your wife was easy to you, that means she's gonna be easy to anything else. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna trust that? You can't trust that because she was just too easy. You know what I'm saying? So anything worth having is not gonna come easy. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's out here passing out gold bricks. A gold brick just don't come easy. You got to do some work to get that gold brick. So don't give up. Stay inspired, because the difference between the people who are happy and who are living in their happiness and who have the life that they want to live, and between you guys is no difference, or me is no difference. The only difference is they persevered. They stayed inspired until they got to where they wanted to be. They didn't give up. And that's the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people. Is unsuccessful people give up. You can never give up. Every day you wake up and you have a breath in your body, that's an opportunity for a miracle to happen. You never know what can happen. So you never want to give up. You always want to stay inspired, regardless of your circumstances. Okay? Easier said than done, but it can be done. It's been done many of times. It's no difference between Jay-Z and you. It's no difference between Beyonce and you. It's no difference between no one that's successful and that's living their dreams than you. Only thing is that they believe in themselves. They believe in themselves. Okay? And that's the faith that you got to have. You have to believe in yourself. You can't expect no one else to believe in yourself if you're not yourself believing in yourself. okay? Because they can believe in you all they want to, but then in the back of your mind, if you're saying, well, I'm not the real deal, I'm not going to be able to do that, then you're not. You are a man. A man is what he thinketh. So if you think you're a loser, you're gonna be a loser. If you think you're a king, if you think you're a god, if you think no weapon formed against you shall prosper, then that's what's gonna happen. If you think that you're a winner, if you think that you are, whatever you think you are, that's what you're gonna be. And the magic is the work, doing the work to bring it into fruition. So if you're ready for your breakthrough, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Release the shame, release the guilt, release the anxiety, release the fear of your past. Because if he could do it, then you can do it. All right? What else? Decide to be happy despite your circumstances. Have that faith that things will get better and things will get better. Win the game of life. Put together an action plan and execute it and score a touchdown. Okay? Build momentum. One step at a time. Get better each and every single day, just a little bit. You can't change the world in one day. You ain't gonna be you've been messing your life up for probably 15 to 20 years and you think you're gonna fix it in 1 to 2 weeks. It don't work like that. You've been depressed for 10 years and you think you go to one therapy session and you're gonna be fixed. No, it don't work like that. The same amount of time that took you to get into the position that you're in, it's probably gonna be unless you really you got to work harder. It ain't gonna take. No, matter of fact, I ain't even gonna say that. It probably took you 10 years to get in this position, but it won't even take you. It'll take you less than half that time to get it back right, because once you start to gain that momentum and positivity start to come your way, things are going to accelerate at an exponential rate, and you're going to be there before you know it. So, build momentum. You know what I'm saying? Look at the bigger picture. Don't look at like, oh man, today is day 2 of me changing my life and things don't look better. It's day 2. Things ain't gonna look better in day 2. But day 122, things might look a bit different, especially if you continue on with the upward trajectory, and stay inspired. Stay inspired. Keep digging. Keep working. Keep going hard. And eventually you're going to get there. Eventually you're going to break through. Eventually you're going to get that gold. Eventually you're going to get those diamonds. Eventually you're going to find that oil. Eventually you're going to find that abundance, that joy, that happiness, that peace of mind, okay, that you've been wanting and that you've been needing. But anyway, it's your boy, Reggie with the Light. Thank you for watching another episode of Narrowminded. And I'm out.